यज्ञः शूरो महारथो जायताम् दोग्ध्रीधेनुर्वोढा नट्वा नाशुः सप्तः पुरन्धिर्योषा जिष्णोरथेष्ठाः सवेयो युवास्य यजमानस्य वीरो जायतान् निकामेन पर्जन्यो वर्षतु हरिण्यो न ओषधयः पच्यन्तां योगक्षेमो नः कल्पताम्।
The conservation of nature, the proper care for the human environment, and the general concern for the long-term future of the whole of our planet are absolutely vital if future generations are to have a chance to enjoy their existence on this earth. Hari Om, myself Manisha Misra of 9A. Today, I welcome you all to the World Conservation Day program through this small video presentation. World Nature Conservation Day reminds us that we need to give back to nature instead of just using resources without thinking about conservation. Rethink, replenish and recycle are key to sustainable future. It is our duty to take care of this world we live in. It is a great opportunity to celebrate the progress we have made and determined to take action. It's an opportunity to recommit ourselves to the beautiful earth so that we can enjoy a more sustainable future. Let's listen to Shreyas Kumar Mahanta of 9C, who will speak on how the earth evolved and the history of conservation.
The universe is all space, time and their contents, including the planets, stars, galaxies and all forms of matter and energy. According to the Big Bang theory, in the beginning all the matter or substances forming the universe existed at one place as a teeny ball. This teeny ball had extreme small volume, infinity density and temperature. At the Big Bang the ball blasted firstly and forcefully and started a substitutional process of expansion which continues till date. In fraction of second it expanded trillions of times, and since then it is expanding and cooling. This event occurred approximately 13.7 billion years ago. Hence after explosion the universe expanded far and wide. The gases condensed under gravitation and formed galaxies. Our Earth is supposed to have formed 5 billion years back. The life existed 5 million years after our Earth is formed. Now let us know about the history of conservation. Before going into the detail of the conservation, we should know what is conservation. Conservation means preserving what is already there to sustain it for the future, so that the human race in future will not deprive of what is available right now. Generally it is thought that conservation is started in the industrial era, but actually it was started slightly before it, in 16th century. At that time some people started realizing the discourse of trees, but they were not given much attention. It was in late 18th century when it was believed to be the beginning of industrial age. Some laws were adopted to conserve nature, but these were failed miserably as it affected the economy very badly. But the conservation was not dead, it was just started. Earlier it was concern about the forestry exploration, but later it became general concern about resources exploration, of what would happen when natural resources ran out. As we know, the fossil fuels like coal, natural gas, petroleum are mainly non-renewable energy. So many scientists pleaded to limit mining and burning and to start afforestation. It was supported by many countries, great leaders and peoples. In 19th century, many parks, biosphere reserves were established, which were aiming to conserve wildlife, plants, soils, etc. In 20th and 21st century, to stop pollution, many steps were being taken. So this is the history of conservation.
Thank you, Shreyas. It was really very interesting. Odisha is extremely diverse and gives the state abundance of natural beauty and wildlife. The districts in the interior are thickly covered by tropical moist deciduous and tropical dry deciduous forests. The hills, plateaus, and isolated areas of the northeastern part of the state are covered by the tropical moist deciduous forests, whereas the dry deciduous forests are located in the southwest region of the state. Some of the trees which grow in abundance in Odisha are bamboo, teak, rosewood, sal, and etc. There are 479 species of birds, 86 species of mammals, 19 species of amphibians, and 110 species of reptiles present in Odisha. Let's listen to Omkar Mahapatra of 9C, who will speak about the need to conserve nature of Odisha.
In the words of the famous Indian poet Bankim Chandra Chatterjee, it is said, Sujalam Shufalam Malayaja Shitalam Sasya Shyamalam Mataram. What does that mean? It refers to the golden era of the ecological balance that existed in harmony with the development of the people. Yes, such an era existed, and in India there are witnesses to this beautiful era. And yes, this glory in India came from the numerous beautiful state that resides in its heart. And such a state which glorifies, strengthens, supports and fortifies this argument is my beautiful state Odisha and its diverse biodiversical entities that contain this mystical land which supports me, which gives me protection. Such a land is Odisha. But then the tides started changing. The industrial revolution invasion came and ushered in an era of black death. Mind you, it is not a sense in the case of a plague that existed and ravaged the world hundreds of years ago, but it is in a sense of the huge black smokes that come out from our factories that we build, that we create. Even this beautiful Odisha, which houses many famous tourist destinations, aren't be available by 2036 due to the huge polar ice melt due to global warming. Scientists predict there will be no such district, no such city called Puri by the year 2036, and this is what I bet. If the global warming that is in today's world carries on and goes on like this in the future, there will be no such Puri. We are so much careless about our natural resources that even the remaining animals have to be kept in natural parks, wildlife sanctuaries and somewhere else so that we can go and see them and tell, yes, such a beautiful creature exists in this beautiful world created by God. We can see them, we can know them, that such a beautiful creature exists in this perfect world. But the tide has shifted. Now there are huge industrialization progresses. There are huge number of deaths leading to these respiratory problems that have arisen throughout the years. We are so much careless that even the Siberian cranes, which visit in the winter during their breeding season, we hunt them down for mere things like their own beak. What do we earn from that? We earn just money, nothing else. But hunting down a lion, hunting down a beautiful creation is a huge and a grave sin. We forget that. Yet we call ourselves great. We forget that yes, they have also the right to live. Yet we call ourselves great. And this has effects. Nature has already started showing its effects. There are cyclones every year. My grandparents never had cyclones every year hitting the coastal areas of Puri, hitting the coastal areas of Jagatsinghpur, Cuttack, Kalahandi. Never in their life every year did they express these cyclones. The magnitude of these cyclones has been fortified by the deforestations that exists in today's world. But that is a chance to shift the tide in our favor. What is that? By planting more and more trees. By trying to restore the lost balance between development and between nature. So that we can help our children and grandchildren to see, yes, such an animals exists. I want my grandchildren and children to see that yes, these animals exist, and mind you, they will be kept in museums with animals. No, mind you, not animals, but their skeletons. And if this happens, there will be an unrest, and this unrest can cause the entire humanity to perish. And if that happens, I can tell that someday the day will be not far when aliens from outer space would come and see human skeletons in their museums. Thank you and have a nice day. And before I go, let me tell you once again to keep an oath to protect and conserve nature. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you, Omkar, for letting us know the need to conserve nature of Odisha. Earth is our mother planet. It is duty of every individual to save it. Since long time after industrial revolution, our mother earth is suffering from many problems which are a big threat to its existence. Now, let's listen to our respected Saraswati teacher who will speak about issues or activities that are threat to our mother nature.
Hari Om. On this occasion of World Nature Conservation Day, I would like to share few words of His Holiness Dalai Lama. Each individual has to take responsibility for our behavior in this planet. Yes, it is time to provide healing to Mother Earth. Today I shall share some of the issues or activities that are threat to our nature. First, let us talk about military activities in border areas. India shares very large borderline with countries like Pakistan, China, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh and Myanmar, and always there is threat of foreign attack. So, in order to safeguard our country, we have to militarize highland pastures. This disturbs the life of nomads and wild animals over there. Due to increasing military activities, every day thousands of trucks, tanks move in these areas. In these regions, many military base camps are also found where soldiers stay in metal container and cotton tent even though temperature is very low. So, soldiers burn fuels to heat themselves and for cooking, and also due to various military activities, diesel, smoke, black carbon, soot, etc. come out and settle down on white blankets of snow or glacier. These glaciers no longer reflect the sun and melt faster. One more example. All our neat-looking modern activities are actually very dirty and rather become very complicated and toxic for our planet. When we drive, a sleek looking car, it is like dropping 1 kg of carbon dioxide in every 5 km. Similarly, our glamorous looking air travel is even worse. When we take a return flight from Delhi to Rourkela, it emits roughly 1 ton of carbon dioxide, where the same journey by train results 10 times less emission. We must know an average Indian citizen is responsible for releasing 2 tons of carbon dioxide annually. There are so many reasons for which we people are responsible for degradation of our environment. We should not forget that the lifestyle of urban people also responsible for all kinds of emission and heating up climate. 80% of us are exposed to poor quality of life, and our consumption pattern is the biggest menace. Everyone must do something to heal the planet. Children, you all are change makers. Our Mother Nature, Mother Earth, does not need your money but your behavioral change. So, children, by changing our lifestyle, we can contribute our part in healing this planet. Awareness and adoption are 2 key steps towards conserving our environment. In order to have a greener and cleaner planet, let us simplify our life. Let us consume more of the things which are biodegradable. Let us plant more trees. Let us gift a sapling on any special occasion of our near and dear ones. Let us go vegetarian or partially vegetarian as it affects our food chain. Let us take a pledge to live simple and conserve our beautiful earth, which is common for all of us. Last but not the least, I would like to wind up with another quote of His Holiness Dalai Lama. We are the only species with power to destroy the earth, also the capacity to protect it. So on this occasion of Nature Conservation Day, let us take a pledge to protect our environment by leading a simple life.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for speaking about the activities that are threat to our Mother Nature. Human use, population, and technology have reached that certain stage where Mother Earth no longer accepts our presence with silence. Now, let's listen to Aditi Mishra of 11 Signs, who will speak about the need and ways to conserve Mother Nature.
हरिओम। दुनिया के विभिन्न देशों में प्रत्येक वर्ष 28 जुलाई के दिन को विश्व प्रकृति संरक्षण दिवस के रूप में मनाया जाता है। विश्व प्रकृति संरक्षण दिवस मनाने का प्रमुख उद्देश्य पृथ्वी के प्राकृतिक वातावरण से विलुप्त होते हुए जीव जंतुओं तथा पेड़ पौधों का संरक्षण करना है। पर्यावरण संरक्षण का क्या महत्व है? पर्यावरण संरक्षण का समस्त प्राणियों के जीवन तथा इस धरती के समस्त प्राकृतिक परिवेश से घनिष्ठ संबंध है। प्रदूषण के कारण सारी पृथ्वी दूषित हो रही है और निकट भविष्य में मानव सभ्यता का अंत दिखाई दे रहा है। इस स्थिति को ध्यान में रखकर सन 1992 में ब्राजील में विश्व के 174 देशों का पृथ्वी सम्मेलन आयोजित किया गया। इसके पश्चात सन 2002 में जोहान्सबर्ग में पृथ्वी सम्मेलन आयोजित कर विश्व के सभी देशों को पर्यावरण संरक्षण पर ध्यान देने के लिए अनेक उपाय सुझाए गए। पर्यावरण संरक्षण करने के लिए कुछ ऐसे प्रयास जो हम भी कर सकते हैं। जंगलों को ना काटा जाए। जमीन में उपलब्ध पानी का उपयोग तब ही करें जब आपको जरूरत हो। कार्बन जैसी नशीली गैसों का उत्पादन बंद करें। उपयोग किए गए पानी का चक्रीकरण करें। जमीन के पानी को फिर से स्तर पर लाने के लिए वर्षा के पानी को सहेजने की व्यवस्था करें। ध्वनि प्रदूषण को सीमित करें। प्लास्टिक के लिफाफे छोड़ें और रद्दी कागज के लिफाफे या कपड़े के थैले इस्तेमाल करें। जिस कमरे में कोई ना हो उस कमरे का पंखा और लाइट बंद कर दें। पानी को फालतू ना बहने दें। आज के इंटरनेट के युग में हम अपने सारे बिलों का भुगतान ऑनलाइन करें तो इससे न सिर्फ हमारा समय बचेगा बल्कि कागज के साथ साथ पेट्रोल डीजल भी बचेगा। ज्यादा पैदल चलें और अधिक साइकिल चलाएं। ये न केवल प्रकृति के लिए बल्कि आपके स्वास्थ्य के लिए भी उचित होगा। प्रकृति से धनात्मक संबंध रखने वाली तकनीकों का उपयोग करें, जैसे जैविक खाद का प्रयोग, डिब्बा बंद पदार्थों का कम इस्तेमाल।
अतः अंत में मैं इतना ही कहना चाहूँगी कि प्रकृति हमारी जननी है। हमें अपनी जननी की रक्षा एवं सुरक्षा करनी चाहिए, ना कि उसका भक्षण करना चाहिए, जो कि हम आज की तिथि कर रहे हैं। चलिए आज के दिन ये सौगंध लेते हैं कि हम अपनी माता प्रकृति की सुरक्षा करेंगे। आप सभी को विश्व प्रकृति संरक्षण दिवस की हार्दिक हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं।
India's glorious past existed in the beautiful biodiversical entities that have witnesses in this preservation in the history books of the past. India is a beautiful country with several animals, wildlife sanctuaries, national parks that houses great and varied biodiversical cultures that are present even today. India ranks second in the world's list for animal conservation, leading to 7,700 different kinds of animals being preserved today in India. Now let us glorify India. Let us now glorify our country's past and try to protect the future by listening to a speech by Manisha. Thank you.
Celebrated across the world on July 28th, World Nature Conservation Day is yet another important day that reminds us of the importance of nature in our lives and why we need to conserve it. This day recognizes that a healthy environment is a foundation for a stable and productive society. This day also ensures the well-being of present and future generations. It is necessary to create a healthy environment to safeguard the present and future generations. There are several threats to nature like deforestation, illegal wildlife trade, pollution, using plastics, chemicals, etc. Earth has provided basic necessities to live like water, air, soil, minerals, trees, animals, food, etc. So we should keep our nature clean and healthy. Whatever we do, it affects the globe because the world is one and somehow linked together. It is not mandatory that only the government and big companies conserve the environment. Everyone can participate and conserve nature, which is a beautiful gift to us. Conservation of nature is very necessary. Even scientists have also warned us about the mass extinctions in the near future. Several documentaries about nature show that resources are being wasted. Due to global warming, temperature is increasing day by day. Storms and level of the sea is also increasing. Freshwater glaciers are melting, which threaten lives. We are connected to each other with natural resources. The natural world is facing an increasing threat from unsustainable practices, and the challenge is how to preserve and conserve nature to achieve sustainable development. Let us come together and make an effort to contribute to the local, national, or global labels in conserving nature. It will not only benefit our present generation but also for future generations. Conservation is not merely a question of morality but a question of our own survival. Thank you.